Hey, Roly Poly, back with another, let's say, sort of like a convincer video to get you thinking about what you're missing out on by not going to the gym. And let me tell you, people say to themselves, well, I've missed out on so much time. You know, I could have been going for years by now. And there's people who are so far ahead of me. And that's true. But, you know, you're not going to be young forever. And this is really approaching your last opportunity to be fit and in shape and strong while you're young. And I have this sitting on a sign in my basement. Remember, this is your last opportunity to be young and jacked. And I'm thinking to myself, like at age 31. And the thing is, it applies equally to someone who's 20. It applies equally to someone who is 45. Okay? However, like whatever age you're at right now, this is your last opportunity to start going to the gym as a person who is that age that you're at right now, and put in the reps, put in the work, and start reaping the glorious reward of becoming a I don't know, like whatever better version of yourself you envision. Time is running out. This is something that I helpfully remind myself of every week or so. And my dream is that on the day when I think to myself, well, gee, maybe I could just take a week off from the gym, I want that thought to enter my mind right then, so that I can remember, oh yeah, this is what I said the last time I stopped going to the gym. This is exactly how not going starts. So I park that thought in my mind every day, or every couple of days anyway, when I go to the gym. It's on a sign, right? So I can't help but see it. And the thing is, you're hesitating because you know, or at least you have the impression that there's something difficult, unpleasant ahead of you. And I gotta say, it's not true. Like, yeah, there's a little bit, but after your first trip to the gym, you know, when you're done, that like 40 or 50 minutes, you're gonna feel pretty good. You're gonna be able to say to yourself, wow, I did that. Okay? You're gonna be able to look back at the person you were just a week prior, just 1 week prior, and say, wow, I was there and I didn't think I could be here, but now look at where I am. Look at where I am, and look at what I've done. And that's actually, you'll actually be past the hardest part. And the good thing is that that's all it takes to start you off. You know, 2 weeks or so into going to the gym regularly, like every second day is good, but every day is better. Watch my other video to see why. You'll probably have discovered, like, this can be pretty enjoyable. You know, you can have a good time at the gym. Okay, you can go to the gym and feel not great. You know, and by doing a warm up, which, like, okay, if you enter the gym and your energy level is down here, and you do the warm up, it takes you off this like gentle lift. Okay, and you can get that from like cardio and from other warm-ups. Like, I'm no expert. Check with someone who is like 20 pounds heavier. Anyway, the key is you can gently lift yourself up, your energy, through gentle warm-ups, and get yourself ready to pick up something really heavy. And you know, you might not feel like going to the gym, but you'll never feel bad that you went. Okay, no one ever regrets going to the gym, because you pretty much always feel better after you leave. You know, like your muscles might be a little bit tired, but that is just a sign that you've done a good job. That's a sign that you've done well. You know, so you'll have a lot to look forward to. if you start doing this. And yeah, like, oh yeah, just check my notes. Yeah, so I actually really enjoy warming up. And the other thing that I didn't realize that I enjoyed, like I knew this before when I went to the gym previously regularly, but I forgot, is that it's really nice to be like, okay, so I was doing leg day, and I knew that I hadn't done shoulders and back in like 2 days, so the muscles had time to heal, and so I knew, okay, I can do pull-ups right now, and it won't interrupt my like weekly routine at all. So I cranked them out, and my rep max went up. My rep max went up from 6 to 8. So progress, and yeah, like you could unlock all of that as like a monthly batch of good news. You know, you have all that waiting ahead of you, and it's all yours for the taking. Just like do a little thing. Put on your gym clothes and go for like a walk around your block. You know, do 2 or 3 laps, and you have 2 really good choices. One is to say, I'm only going to do a little bit, and I'm going to do so little that even I can't stop myself from doing it. Okay, I'm going to commit myself to such a low amount of like walking, or you know, lifting something up, I don't know, that you can't argue with it. Okay, what's going to happen is you're going to get into it and you're going to be like, wait a minute, I want to do more, I want to keep going. This happened to me. This is exactly how I got started this time around. Is I went for walks, and I got caught up in it. You know, I kept going, and one thing turned into another. Okay, the other thing you can do is when you go out on your walk or to the gym, is you can say, instead of what's the minimum amount that I could get myself to do in order to go and start, is you could say, how could I challenge myself? There was this like time in everyone's lives when I think they were like super competitive, and they probably you know, whether you got this out through sports or through like video games, I'm pretty sure everyone had like a competitive edge where they said to themselves, yeah, I want to be better than the person beside me, or I want to be better than I was yesterday, and that kind of thing. That's what you can say to yourself and like use to get yourself either doing a little bit of walking or a little bit of lifting in the gym. Because if you can say, well, you know, it's going to be unpleasant to, I don't know, like for me it's the drive there that gets me. But whatever it is for you, you can negotiate with yourself, and you can say, okay, well, it's gonna have this cost, right? But on the other hand, I'm gonna have this benefit, and the benefit can be the reward of saying, well, can I do this? Can I do that? Can I do the other thing? And when you go and you actually imagine yourself doing these things and succeeding, you can find that it's actually pretty rewarding. Okay? And when you actually go and do them, well, you might find out that you really like it, and you might get hooked. Who knows? So there's those 2 options. They're both really good. Pick which one works for you. And just checking my notes. The other thing is that you can imagine yourself 2 months, 6 months, maybe a year into this. Again, pick the amount that's like the smallest amount that works for you, where you don't have any like, oh, I don't think I can make it that long, or you know, none of those thoughts. Pick a small interval of time. Project yourself into the future, and think about what kind of benefits you're going to have when you get there. Like if you were there already, you would already be stronger. You would already have more energy. You would have a daily reminder that you're doing something that pretty much works so well that no doctor on planet Earth could argue with it. No doctor on planet Earth can argue with eating well, doing like 20 minutes of jogging a day, or, you know, walking, and going to the gym and picking something up and putting it down. The long-term benefit of starting that is immense. Okay, so you're gonna imagine yourself 2 months in the future and pretend you already have these things. How does it feel to know that you're um, doing the very best for yourself? Pretty good, right? Pretty good. So think about that. You could have that. And again, going to the gym has a cost, but there's also a pretty much guaranteed reward that you can just like reach out and grab right now. So oh yeah, the last thing is the longer you go to the gym, like it probably starts around a month in, your identity starts to shift. The person you think of yourself like as internally, it starts to shift, and you become simply the person who is the fitness type, you know? You become the type of person who goes to the gym every day and who looks forward to it and who can't wait to get back and like feel their muscles contracting, you know? And even like not burning, because I honestly don't think it hurts that much. It's nonsense. But like you'll become friends with many great new people. Okay, it's pretty much guaranteed that when you go to the gym, you're gonna make a bunch of new friends who have let me say it's how can I say this nicely, like outstanding lifestyles, you know, like like I'm not jacked, you know, so when I hang out with this buddy of mine who used to be a door guy and is still built like a door guy, you know, hanging out with him brings me up because I pick up his habits. I hear what he does with his life, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's an option that's available to me. So when you go to the gym frequently, it's not going to happen immediately, but it might actually happen immediately that you make a bunch of new friends, and you expand your social circle, and people are going to start treating you better. So you have that to look forward to as well. And yeah, you're going to go to the gym. It's going to be hard to resist. Keep watching. Okay, ciao.